Hey everybody, welcome to the Burton Bar Library. My name is Victoria and Dr. Lopez will be joining us today for a very special conversation with Multilingual Minds. Come on in.
I have been given the charge to help. I have been given the charge to help my people, people that I identify with, that are from communities of which I come from, right? So I'm from a border town, small little border town called the Imperial Valley in California. Most people know it as the place you stop by in order to get to San Diego from Phoenix. That's my hometown. So we were the majority in that town. Since I arrived in San Diego, started in research, the people that I served on that first research project were people from Southeast San Diego. So families of color, Black and brown families that lived within a mile radius of the recreation centers. Our call to action was to get them to go to the recreation centers, right? Like be physically active as a family. And I also think that first job in research, in public health, working with families that I connected with, that I understood intimately, also connected me to the power of multilingualism. We used to give out these tip sheets, right? And when we started on this project, it was myself and my good friend Griselda Cervantes, who also was a pillar in my pursuit of research. She and I were developing these tip sheets, right? So like 3 tips for how to be physically active, 3 tips for how to eat healthy. And that was period. And then Griselda and I were like, well, what about our families that we're serving? Like that live in Chula Vista, that live close to Tijuana, that live in El Cajon, that of our children that go to these Title I schools. What about them? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, why don't we translate these tips so that they can connect to this information? So this information resonates with them. And so that the children of these parents that were also in the project don't have to be given the charge to translate for their parents.
Yeah, accessibility is everything.
100% accessibility is everything. Because I believe that anyway, communication in its purest and most intentional form is the goal of education. And if we're not communicating in a way that is going to be received to educate, then what's the point of educating them? So the tip sheets then became English on one side and then Spanish on the other side. And then we added a question on the survey. How many languages do you speak? What are those languages? So instead of just English, Spanish, other, what do you speak? Because your language is not the other. Your language is important, and we were going to do whatever we had to do to communicate with these families, to educate them.
What's some advice you would give multilingual learners in terms of joining academia or being more involved in their own education?
I think that the thing that I can say the most, and with the most assertion, is that your voice matters. The way you communicate matters, but also the way you understand things matter. And I know that at least within the context of HSIs, we're doing our best to ensure that we are serving our students, that we are, and then what that means is layered, right? Are we giving them access to programming that will advance their academic achievement? Are we giving them access to funding and scholarships that will help support their success within the institution? But also, are we engaging them in a way that matters to them and that connects to them? So something that I do, or that we have done with faculty, staff, administrators, is try to inform them, like, how do you meet students where they are? How do you meet students' needs? But also remind them that we are there to provide a service to our students. That is our job. It's also the job of our learners to utilize those services. That's what they pay for. I am very honored to work with 2 colegas, Doctora Carla Silva, who's on my team, who teaches one of these one-on-one courses that is bilingual. Another colega, Dr. Jonathan, who also teaches these courses in English and Spanish, the one-on-one courses. They're connecting with their students. The students will then see at the one-on-one level, at the entry level, at the I just started college level, I belong. I hear my native language. I hear my tongue. I hear the language that I connect the most to. I can do this. I hear it, I can do this. I see it, I can do this. And that's what we want our students to know, is that they can do anything. Si se puede, right? We say that all the time, but what does that mean in practice? That's what it means in practice. Providing that service, that linguistic servingness to our students is only going to contribute to their sense of belonging, their academic success, and ultimately, change also generations. I know that when I saw my brother go to college, I was like, I can do that. My nieces will see me having acquired my doctoral degree. They have reached out to me, how do I do this? What do I have to do? I'm there to help them. If we see it, we can achieve it, I think. I am a product of my environment and a product of my community. I have multiple different dope scholars that have informed my work and continue to inspire me to stay tethered to this purpose and to this work. Doctora Marla Franco, who's my boss, who's the GOAT at HSI work and has led so many different initiatives, not just here in Arizona, but across the nation. Doctora Gina Garcia, also a dope colega, hermana of mine, who is one of the leading researchers in HSI Servingness. She's giving us a call to action to ensure that, we have the HSI designation, but what does it mean outside of enrollment, and how can we actually serve these students through programming, supports, linguistic servingness, things like that. So I think that the people that are in this work know what we need to do. And we are always working diligently to read the literature, to listen to our scholar colegas on the work that they're doing, and we work together. I think that that's also an important thing, is that I think that historically maybe academia has served as a very individualistic environment where I want to be published, I'm going to do my thing, I'm going to put my name, my first, me, but not us, not this. And not for this reason, and not for our people. We work together. We do nothing in isolation. We do everything in community. All of the successes that I have had in my professional career and my personal life too have all been done in community and with my people. And I will say with assertion that most of my failures have been done in isolation. And so these are all lessons that we have learned. It inspires us to do the work that we do the way we do it. If I'm moving forward, we're all moving forward. We're all doing this together because we know that that's what tethers us to purpose, right? Our community, our people. It's part of being a part of a collectivist culture.